I have nothing else to say except finally they learned, they know what they're doing now. I have high hopes. You obviously probably know what I'm talking about if you clicked on the video, but if you don't, they are making a Gintama Rumble video game. It's basically just the Gintama meets Dynasty Warriors starting at Benny Zakura arc. It's gonna be amazing, I can tell. It's even amazing how they have, I don't know much about like what happens with the pre-orders, but I know for a fact that something is gonna happen with the Neo Armstrong Jet Cyclone Cannon, which is pretty funny seeing. But yeah, if you like, there's a lot of stuff that I saw in the promotional video, the second trailer. It's really long, actually, 7 minutes. Probably have that going on in the background. But the thing is, it's like Gintama has been trying to do video games for a while now. Let's see. Yeah, 12 years, well, not technically 11. Technically 11 years. But I was going by the video game that Gintoki was first in, which is Jump Superstars, and I'm gonna give a link to the place where I found all the information on all these video games. But Gintama has been trying to do video games. The Gintama shines in video games where he's fighting, where they're fighting. It's a fighting game. But for some reason, they were trying to do genres that didn't really work. The best times I can say is in Jump Superstars, Jump Ultimate Stars, in J-Star's Victory Versus, none of which were main Gintama games. They just included Gintama characters in them. So the first Gintama video game, I guess we'll call it, is, as I mentioned, Jump Superstars, which came out in August 8th, 2005 on the DS. It's a fighting game, you know, it's really good. I suggest you check it out. It's kind of like a 2D J-Stars. It's kind of like J-Stars meets Smash Bros. It's really good. I'm pretty sure it was Japan exclusive. The second one is 2006, Gintama DS Yorzu Yurai. I didn't look too much into this one. It says here that it's a Gintama lifelike simulation, and these first couple are just going to be on the DS. Then comes Jump Ultimate Stars, also 2006, you know, not much to say about that. Gintama, Gintoki versus Hijikata, exclamation, question mark. The Kabukicho Silver Ball Competition. Now, I didn't really look at any screenshots for this game. I at least tried to find a video for each game. I didn't look at one for this. But this is Ginta Multi-Adventure. I have no idea what that means. If you're interested, look it up yourself. Then we have undoubtedly what would probably be their best try from what I've seen. We have Gintama with Ginson, My Kabuki Cho Diary, released in 2006 for the PlayStation 2. The genre says Oedo Adventure. I watched some videos. It's Gintama if it was a visual novel. You're not a character, you just... At least I don't think you are a character. But from what I saw, you're just watching them on the screen with the text. I would rather play that than any of the other Gintama games other than the Jump Ultimate Stars games, or the Jump Stars, whatever. I'm not going to mention J-Stars on this list because it's not listed here. So, then comes, for the Wii, Gintama Yorizuya 2B Sukomable video. I have no idea what that is, but from seeing some screenshots and watching some videos, it pretty much looks like an interactable episode. October 25th, 2007. Then we have 2 months later, I'm surprised that there are actually this many Gintama video games. There's less I don't know if there's less JoJo's Bizarre Adventure video games. There might be a similar amount. There's Gintama Silver Ball Quest, Ginsan changes his job and saves the world. It says Gintamulti again, don't know what that is, didn't really look into it. For the DS, December 6th, 2007. Gintama Sugoroku. Now, this one is very interesting. It looks very nice, but this one was actually the latest one to come out. January 24th, 2013. For the PSP, nonetheless. It's a board game, Mario Party style, I'm guessing. When I say I looked at videos, I just scrolled through to see if I could see any gameplay of it. But here's where it gets good. The one thing all these games have in common, not many people knew about them. Except for the J-Stars games, or the Jump Superstars games, or whatever you want to call them, because they were Japan exclusive. Now, that could just be due to the times, because Crunchyroll went over Gintama Rumble. Again, I'll leave a link for that video as well, for that article there. I'm not looking at that for here, because I don't really want to go, I'm gonna have to go over some of this stuff, but what I'm saying is, this could change for the better. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, after just a couple tries with video games, was doing good. It's one of its first game, the first game for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was, and you could say that's due to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure having a bigger fan base in the West, nonetheless, than Gintama, but I feel like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is special in the case where both it and Gintama have little to no recognition in the West, except in the recent years. Gintama, not so much as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is, I'm sad to see, but I prefer JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because Gintama isn't for everyone. Each part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure could be suited for a different person. But with Gintama, you're basically, some people might not like fourth wall breaking humor, or just lewd humor in general. Just might fall flat on their heads. But first, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure video game, RPG. JoJo works as an RPG. Second one, it's an arcade game, a fighting game. It works as a fighting game. And then in the most recent years, Eyes of Heaven and the All-Star Battle, those perfected the formula. All-Star Battle more so. Now, the arcade Heritage to the Future might be better as a game than All-Star Battle objectively, but the making up for the characters, and even though the story is all over the place, it looks really nice. And the thing is, with Gintama needs to be a fighting game. I'm not saying it's, it can't be story driven, but it's more interesting that way. If you try to use Gintama as only a visual novel or a interactable video, that gets boring real quick. If I wanna watch an episode of the show, I'm gonna watch an episode of the show. I don't want to be just sitting there paying good money. Like, I'm paying, no, I didn't say good money, but paying money to pretty much watch an episode of the show, or to play a knockoff Mario Kart Party. Granted, I don't know how good the gameplay is for that, but I'm just saying, gonna go watch the show, not... And granted, I do pay for my anime. I know people say you should pirate it. I only pirate when necessary. Because I'm a good little boy like that. But the thing is, this game could save the entire Now, I'm not saying Gintama is not popular. That's not what I'm saying at all. But this game could be one step forward to getting recognition, big recognition for it in the West. Because almost all of the JoJo games that I've mentioned have gotten an English release. And now, this game may not be getting an American release. Like, they could change that in the future, but what they are getting is the Asian version is going to be having English subtitles. I will really try. I don't know if the PS4 is region locked, but I will try to get my hands on this game somehow. If the PS4 isn't region locked. Because, and looking at the trailer, you're starting off at Benny Zakura, which, to be honest, it's a comedy anime, and when you tell someone Gintama is, has some really good fight scenes, and they watch it, they're not gonna be immediately hooked. They're gonna be like, what is this, They're gonna be like, why did you tell me to play this? To watch this, rather. Now, with this game, with its Dynasty Warriors, it's aiming to reach out to that American audience. Or, not American, but it's trying to lure more people in. Because if you look at the trailer, there is little to no comedy in it. It is all character introductions, characters doing a few combos, introducing stuff. Okita says something that's bleeped out. I don't know what he said. I couldn't find a version of the trailer where all the characters were translated. But what I can tell you is that Gintama Rumble is the start of something. Because more and more franchises, that people have enough money. Bandai Namco has enough money. Because there are more than enough anime fans in the West, and in Japan specifically, and all over the world, to keep buying their games. They have Gundam games, Naruto games, Dragon Ball games. So, those games are good. They have One Piece games. They have all sorts of anime games. So if they realize now that they can start branching out and trying other franchises without getting too financially off track, I think that's a good thing. Now, that means they may start doing other games. JoJo has always been more popular than Gintama for the reasons I have stated previously. Heck, there was even a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure rip-off, which I might do a video in the future, but it was made before JoJo was really brought. It's called Diesel. It's horrible. It's stupid, and I wish I never knew about it. This guy's stand looks like a blue Hulk with long hair. Like, it's stupid. But that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about today is I've been rambling on for 15 minutes. But I really think that if you look at it objectively, this game is going to be, no matter what. Whenever I hear that a new Dynasty Warriors type game is coming out, I always go, I'm gonna hate this game because it's Dynasty Warriors. It's rinse and repeat. Yet, the stories, it's not the gameplay that makes people come in, it's the characters and the stories. So if Gintama Rumble is able to tell a good story, then they won't need the gameplay to back it up. So this may just be something great happening with Gintama. I feel like this is what Gintama is gonna be next. There's definitely some aspiring groups in the West who want to do it. I've listened to podcasts about Gintama. I've seen YouTubers who do a lot of Gintama. But there is there is not as much support for Gintama as other franchises in the West. And with Asia having these English subtitles, I think that's proof that these people are at least trying to reach out to a broader audience. Maybe they would have done better if they had brought in Gintama Sugoroku to America. I'm not saying it would be a good thing. I'm just saying some people might have seen this game gone, huh, what's this? Picked it up. But since it's Japan exclusive, all of these are Japan exclusives. Now, J-Stars. Yes, Gintama is in J-Stars, but there's not enough of Gintama in J-Stars to make everyone go, oh, what's that? I want to watch that. That happened to me. Don't get me wrong, there are some people, but some people may just be focused on the characters that they know. They don't really want to go into everything else that they know, that they don't know, and they just want to play the game. Now, tell me what you think. You know, this may be the start of something. I don't know. Let's hope it is. I'll make another video on it once it comes out. I have nothing else to say except I was the person making this video. AK Penza Panda, thank you for watching if you watched this far. I'm not gonna encourage you to subscribe to my channel or leave a like. I know that's how people get to it, but I just made this simply because I think there's not enough recognition for this. So please try and spread the word. Maybe go watch some Gintama if you just clicked on this video for randomness because you saw it pop up. Thank you.